And we are going. And we are going. Oh, I guess I should mute those, huh? And we are going. Oh, I guess I should. There we go. No, I can't hear myself. And possibly you can't either. Hello, big, beautiful world. We are back again, working on Artfight. If you were here for last stream, you probably saw me working on the attack for Alpaca Sir. I posted on my VOD's channel that I actually lost that VOD, unfortunately, because I did not realize that there was a limited time to download and upload the VODs. But you know, you live and you learn. So I will be uploading this one pretty much immediately after. And yeah, if you happen to miss that stream, Ivan's Perspective on YouTube, Volume Mortis, is still available. Today, we're going to be working on a revenge. Actually, I forgot to pull up references. Give me 1 second. Here, I'll go ahead and grab both the defense and the attack. Yeah, this guy. There we go. So I got this wonderful little defense of my character Anna from a user called Evident, spelled Avidaent. And it's the second Minecraft skin I've gotten this year, surprisingly, but I absolutely love it. It's like one of 2 attacks I've gotten of Anna, and just, yeah, love it to pieces. And they had this little guy who I will be drawing today. They're called Video Killed the Radio Star, after the Buggles song. I'm pretty sure it's Buggles. That song always reminds me of a separate, like, indie rock song called Internet Killed the Video Star. I forget what the band is now that I'm thinking of it, but long story short, I'm gonna draw this guy disco dancing. He's tired of rock and roll. And I'm thinking this will probably be my last attack of the season. Simply because, like, I'm running out of time. I go back to work in 2 days. And I want at least, like, a day to unwind from the fight and all that. And I've hit a lot of people that were on my hit list. One of Okay, words. One of the first things I'm going to do post-fight is go through my bookmarks. Because there are a bunch of characters in there that, like, I really, really enjoy, but can't really draw. So I'm planning on just going through my bookmarks and seeing if they have toy house pages and, like, favoriting them or something. Or just following artists, because that's another thing, is that there are a lot of characters I've bookmarked because I like the artist, even if I don't really plan on drawing the character. And I really try and put my focus on drawing character designs I like versus just attacking. I don't know. It's not like those are invalid reasons to attack someone, but I choose to prioritize character design. Box. There's a cat yelling at my door. I don't know if you can hear that. Or perhaps he's yelling at Ivan's door. It is his cat. I don't know why he'd want in my room. He never does that. I saved, like, my two big drawing pieces for last. Like, this one is going to be a scene drawing, and then I also did... Is it in my recents? Not anymore. But yeah. Just to toot my own horn a little bit. I also made this recently, like a couple days ago, and I think I fucking nailed it. This is also an Artfight attack. Very, very proud of it. I think it's probably one of the best ones of the season, if not the best one of the season. It's definitely the one that took the longest. But, like, literally that was a couple days ago, and then now I'm working on this one, which will also be, like, a scene. Also done, like, a couple days ago. Or done now. Definitely doing now. Little antenna guys. Yeah. I'm not honestly super familiar with object heads. Like, I don't have any OCs of my own, so that's just like the TV head types. Or, you know what? I guess technically I do. Only technically, though. I haven't used her in, like, years. But it's an adopt I got back in the DA days. She's like a little aquarium. I think her name is Tara. Which is also funny because that's one of Ivan's OCs. They're very different. They're very different, and I don't use my Tara. always like object heads, though. I think that they are cool. I just checked Thrift to see if he has a neck. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, it's a cube man, right? Like, and there's no other reference material. So there's a little bit of maneuverability with these things. There's only so much 16 pixels can tell you. I'm double checking a lot because I noticed that I tend to space out when I'm streaming and do bad things. Or just make things more difficult for myself. So. There were no wrinkles there. I had a little line art shadow there. Give him a little cuff. I don't know if I've talked about this already, but I know a lot of people hate doing line art, and I think those people are doing it wrong. So much of this shit I'm just making up on the fly. If your sketch is basically your line work, just use your sketch as your line work. There should still be like a little bit of concepting in your line art phase. A little bit of free range. Nice, nice. Looking spiffy. That is a Help Wanted 2 reference, I think? Or Security Breach. It's Modern Phone Guy. Teleprompter Guy. No, that's not what a teleprompter is. What is? Intercoms. Intercom Guy. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with my new Minecraft skins, because Ivan made me one for Sadie, and now I also have one for Anna. And my default is Gregory from Security Breach. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do with them, but I do like that I have them. Maybe... I mean, at the end of the day, they're kind of just like 3D models at a certain point, where I could put them into like any Minecraft poser or whatever and make them do whatever the fuck I want. I probably won't be playing with them much though, unless I feel like switching it up. Should probably change my brush size to like 10. Give me a little more control. Oh, that's dumb. I might remove that little shitty line there later. Okay. Yeah, I don't like whatever that line is doing. Clean it up just a little bit. Maybe just... yeah. Yeah, something like that will work. Can't be too picky with these things. Didn't like that song. Hand. Yippee. Into your buster. I'll show you a little trick. Duplicate that. And then if you delete those lines, you can just, you know, as long as your thing looks good mirrored, you will get a similar result. Yeah, if you want to draw like the opposite direction of what you just drew, you can pretty much just copy paste and then erase the insides and then redraw the lines in the correct way it's facing. Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. Like, this is definitely one of those areas where I took the liberty to give him little, like, bell-bottom looking things. Just look, if you're gonna go, like, disco, you need to go 70s. I have been kind of enjoying the disco revival that's been happening lately. You know, with your, like, hello again. my everything died, so give me 1 second to get my life back in order here. There we go. Yep, stream crashed. Well, everything did. I'm not sure what's doing that. That's happened the last couple times I've streamed. It might just be that I have a bad connection or something. But we press forward. Not sure why Spotify is not displaying, but I'm deciding that I'm just going to live with it. We are back up. Thank God it's saved. That would have sucked. I might have actually just normally rage quit then. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into why exactly my stream is dying like that. I think it might have... It's either something with my internet or something with my PNG avatar thing that my computer doesn't like having. Because I pretty much turn everything off that isn't necessary for me streaming in that moment to save on computer space. But it would just be nice to know if it's an issue I can actually solve or not. The good news is that the last couple times it's only happened the once. Knock on wood. So, hopefully, we're good for the rest of the stream. Little inseam there. Okay. Actually, I should check that sketch again. why I did that, because it's a little thin over here. There we go. Way better. I watched a little bit of What's New Scooby-Doo recently for the first time in a good while now. We did try a Scooby-Doo direct-to-DVD marathon once for Halloween, and I would not be opposed to trying that again, but we'd need to start sooner and like actually keep to a movie a day, because there's a lot of them. And the reason I mention that is because in the same era that like What's New came out, a lot of those movies did, and so they were the same studio and all that, and same style and era. And theoretically lore, but I wouldn't I wouldn't hold Scooby-Doo to having consistent lore on any facet, which I think is what makes it so goofy and fun. But anyway, me and Zoe were watching the What's New series, and I think it is genuinely, like, one of the best reboots out there. Like, it has its moments of being, you know, a 2003 series, but, I think overall it captures the goofy-ass vibe from the 70s show, without being, like, boring. Like, because that, we also watched, like, an episode or two of the original, and, of Where Are You, I mean, and it's kind of boring, actually. It's very, Hanna-Barbera, kids cartoon, and also, like, 70s humor. Like, don't get me wrong, I still love it to bits, but I just... What's New adds a lot more excitement for me. Like, they add more stakes to a lot of the situations that the gang is in. Like, there are several moments in the show where just like, no, you just died. Like, there's an episode in, I think, season 2 where they're in, like, the smart house thing, and they, Shaggy and Scooby are in the trash compactor, like, full Star Wars, like, you're gonna get squared scene, and they survive it. They get trash compacted, and they survive, and they come up with a witty comment of, like, well, we're used to getting into tight spaces. Bitch, no, you're not. I mean, yeah, but, like, no. You're dead. I'm sorry. R.I.P. Scoob Shag. But I mean also, like... But that's kind of what I mean, though. Like, the show is, like, very... has high stakes while giving the, characters, like, complete plot armor. So, like, it's very much the, oh no, but it's still investing enough to see, like, oh, how are they gonna get out of this one? And in the case of that, it was just, Shaggy and Scooby used their shrink powers that they used to get into small vases and such to survive a trash compactor. But yeah, I fucking love Scooby-Doo. Originally, because surprisingly, even though I'm the one who, like, grew up with Scooby-Doo and all that, it was Zoe, who's pretty much never watched a Scooby, that suggested we watch it. And originally was like, oh, let's watch Mystery Inc. And, yes, I do think it is probably the best revival, It is also the most lore heavy and like most involved. Like it has a mysteryception thing going on that you will want to watch them in order and you will want to be paying somewhat of attention. Meanwhile, previous iterations have very much been episodic. Like, you don't really need to care what's going on. Which I think was more the mood at the time. I thank Mystery Inc. for giving us a lot of our modern Scooby-Doo portrayals. But I blame them for Skeptic Velma. I don't like Skeptic Velma. It's very refreshing going back to the old ones and seeing her being the goofy nerd archetype again. Like, I think what a lot of the current Scooby-Doo iterations have been getting wrong about Velma is by making her just kind of a bitch. Cough, cough. The Velma show. That's not the only thing the Velma show got wrong, but it's one of them. You should be able to look at these characters and see why they're friends. And in a lot of the recent iterations, you can't. Yes, we are. I'm talking about watching What's New. Also, hello, Zoe. Yes, hi. Yeah. I was just thinking about watching What's New the other night and, like, different iterations and stuff. Bring back Dork Velma. I don't even know what got me on that tangent. I think just the bell bottoms reminded me of 70s, and then my brain traced that back to Scooby. As all roads do. I think at some point they made like a whole movie about the Harlem Globetrotters or something. I remember it being good, but I don't remember what it was about. This foot's giving me issues. There, now we can actually see them. Go back and fix up the pants a little bit. Strengthen any kind of weak areas. And then need to do is tie, and then we will be getting on to background stuff. Yay! Get ready to watch me struggle. Backgrounds are not my forte whatsoever. I try my best, though. And usually they turn out at least okay. I also found out recently, since last stream, that apparently we got an extension on Artfight. That the event isn't ending until August 3rd, I think is when they said. Which is crazy. It's great. Apparently the reason is that they felt bad about the server issues that they were having. And it was more than usual. It wasn't just usual day one traffic, but like it spanned over multiple days where people just couldn't submit attacks. And like, that doesn't mean people weren't drawing them, but like, they felt it was enough site outage that they decided to add some extra days. Which is great, you know? It means that no one's been cut short or anything. Did I? No, it didn't. Why is this just up here? Why is this not in the sketch stuff? Yeah, go there. A little music note. Just in case it wasn't glaringly obvious that he was dancing, look, here's music. Save again. Oh. It's still there. We can go ahead and delete that. Square. He grooving. Yeah. I plan on making a little a little dancing gif for the stream like that. Sorry, mute temporarily. Ivan just came home. He might join later. But he just got home from work, so we'll see how he feels and all that. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Also, Zoe, if you are still here, Ivano says hello. If you're not still here, that's fine. Rid. I could just put him in jail. Just go jail. I am just lurking, doing some drawing on my own. Yeah. That's what I usually watch art streams for. Working on stuff on the background. In the background. We are on to laying background elements. Character is all done. Well, until we get to coloring. I will probably start coloring tonight. It doesn't usually take me that long to line stuff. I might also do some color comps for this one, just because I mean, I have a rough idea of what I want to do with it, but I'm not confident in it. It's also not something I've done for, I think, literally any other Artfight attack color concepts. Do 15 maybe? Yeah. $2.40 each. If it's a couple pixels off, I don't really care. Somehow looks like shorter in the middle. I don't know how I did that. No, okay. Maybe it's fine. Cool. And there we have it. Nice little grid. To perspective slap. Maybe I'll add some edges though. Because I think the way I am gonna do it is instead of a big overall background, I'm just gonna do the bits and pieces. Over there. Yeah, sure. That looks like a thing. Oh, you know what I should have done? I guess... let's be smart here. Cut that. I'm done. Paste that. And that way I haven't lost any progress. But I can still duplicate that. And now we can warp that into the disco ball as well. Easy money. Wrong tool. Oop. I always mix up my warp tools. Is it mesh? Yeah, it's mesh. My goal is literally just trying to line up the grid to the sphere and not have it look too wobbly. Might even liquefy just a little bit. I'm still not quite familiar with how the liquefy tool works in Krita yet. It's kind of a mystery to me. Like, also, in second glance, it's kind of an oval-shaped disco ball, eh? Oh well. I've decided I don't care. Move that there. Move that there. Makes sense to put him on top. I'm also debating if I give him his neck. I think probably not. I think it's cooler just having him floating like that. And again, I have a lot of wiggle room with this design. Out of curiosity, what does the bottom of his head look like? So, yeah. Nothing crazy. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. Sure. And I think just because I have the sketch for it, let's go ahead and maneuver some lights into this scenario, shall we? Which I'm literally just gonna make pillars and transform, tool them around. Like that, just as original. This one should go directly from the ball down. I think I might make it something like that. Then we'll maybe come in like that. Whoa, we're coming in off screen too? No way. Again, kind of in like an overlapping. We might make those go a little longer, no? Or make something like there instead. I'm not sure how I feel about these guys. I think they might be a little too much, but... that's okay. They can exist for now, and if I want to, I can remove them later. Let's also go ahead and move those into the center. Similarly, that. I'm not sure if I like how they're going, like, off-screen, basically. But, we'll also see how much floor we really put in, because there's also a very real chance I expand this to be the full floor. Something like so. Not exactly, but you get the picture. Okay. This feels like a good place to take a quick break. Go ahead and edit screen text here. There we go. So I'm gonna mute up. I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. So I will be back at, let's call it 11:05. See you in a bit. Okay, we are back. Switch over here. I got a water and I'm ready to rock and roll. There we go. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started doing color comps. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. But yeah, what I'm thinking is doing a pink and purple background and then having, because I still want to keep to his colors in Faith, so I'm thinking that we make him a lot of the warms and all that, and then keep the background pretty cool. Because I love a good contrasting background. As you can see, that's precisely what I did with my sketches too. Sheesh. Okay, but that actually means we don't need these quite yet. In fact, let's maybe just set that to erase or something. Or I mean, I could just lock it and color it white. And keep in mind, if this looks bad at any point, it's because it's experimenting. So let's start with... Oh, and also, just a blanket flashing colors warning. I like to work very bright. In fact, I might go through and change... It's gonna let me edit that from here. I'm sure it would, but just blanket flashing colors warning. I work very bright. I think at the very least we take it to wherever the corners they're gonna be. That was too big. Whoops. Undo. It is occurring to me that maybe my dance floor is a little uneven. that for now. Maybe even make it darker. Be bluer. Excuse me? Oh, hello, Wispy Bottle. That's what that noise was. It was follow. Hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Holy smokes, your art is so cool. Thank you very much. We're working on Artfight stuff. How you doing? How you doing? Good. Yep. Just in case you didn't hear, we're working on some color comps and stuff. So it might look bad for for a minute here, but we're working on it. I've seen your siblings' art stuff too. It's so cool. Yeah, Ivan's. Yeah. He might be joining later. No promises though. He just got back from work and I invited him on. Also add like a lighter blue in here somewhere. Let's try and keep these directions in mind. What if we try and do something like so? Okay, maybe too bright. Though that is a kind of cool effect. Not erase, burn. Maybe something like that. Or even just something. Okay. Let's see. Let's try breaking up the pink with some purple now that it's in. Or maybe even like a darker purple. Yeah. Might even do something that's like, oh, wrong slidey. Square reflections. Because I know like the big effect of a disc golf ball is square. Something like that. How long have you been doing art? For a very long time. I'll say I started taking it seriously in, like, middle school. Like, there was a very long stint of time where I thought, like, art was gonna be, like, my main career path. But yeah. Around, like, I'd say maybe, like, 2016 is when I really started, like, making OCs and, like, getting into fandoms and stuff, which is really where my interest in art came from and all that. Do you draw at all, Wispy? Need stick to making those shadows quite saturated, I think. Or maybe even go into the, like, light shadows kind of category. Both include them in the background, something like this. I do some art, yeah, but it's mainly oil, pastels, or ink. Interesting. Ivan uses a lot of inks and stuff for his traditional art. Oil pastels, really. I've used them before for like art class and stuff. I cannot. I've never figured out how they work or at all. I applaud you. Friends started seriously doing art from fandoms too, yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's funny because, like, in general, I like charcoal, which I feel like is a fairly similar style medium. But I don't know. I also haven't worked with it in a long time. Interesting. Let's see if we can't do a similar thing for disco ball here. Charcoals are fun too. They're so messy though, not gonna lie. Yeah. I can't deal with like any mess. Why do you think I do digital? Yeah. I don't know. I've tried a lot of stuff. Oil pastels are not nearly the worst of them. But I do find it super impressive when people can pull off making something. Because usually I just struggle. I've also tried using oil paints, which were marginally better, but not by much. I can't deal with the super long wait time. I'm sure it's great for blending, but I have a very, like, cartoony style, which doesn't require a lot of the super intricate blending. Oil paints seem like such a commitment. Yeah, both in time and in price. They're like some of the most expensive paints you can get. Yeah, I feel like if I don't finish a piece in a few days, I get bored and will not touch it for months. Yeah. That's been the case for a couple of my drawings too. The old forgot about it grave. It's natural though. Sometimes I'll go back and pick up a project like that, but it's very rare and usually so long that I have to go back and like start it from scratch. Interesting. I don't think I like where this is going. Yeah, like I think that looks significantly better than with all the colors. I think maybe it's just too noisy. Yeah, maybe something like that. Looks so complicated. You have more layers than like a giant lasagna. Oh yeah, this is this is not even bad yet. Just yeah, no, some people don't do this. Um this is a me problem. Like I know a lot of people use like literally one layer like it's like oh it's just a canvas and I could not. I use way too many like blended modes and whatnot for that to be anywhere near viable. I technically use one layer, it's a sheet of paper. Yeah. I guess just another reason I don't particularly use digital media. I mean, traditional media. I remember a couple years back I made like a one layer challenge video. And it was easier than I expected, but I was like noticeably less bold with like my shading and whatnot. And obviously, like, line art looked a little bit crunchy because I was using select tool. Which one did I use? Linear burn? Oh, Slayer's empty. Duplicate, I say. I think I like that better. rotate it for now. Shift it around a bit. Not towards pink though. Cool. Barely different. A constant state. And here, I'll even go ahead and label this one as concept 1. You know it's bad when it gets down to labeling layers. When does Artfight end? Yeah, August 3rd. Usually it ends August 1st. It only goes through July, but because of site issues, they gave a small extension. So yeah, last day is August 3rd, I think 3 p.m. UST? I don't know. A couple days from now. This is probably going to be my last attack of the season, because I go back to work after this. For now, let's go ahead and slap in... I guess there's no reason not to use a clipping mask for this. Slap in his usual colors, and then we can fuck around with environmental stuff in a minute. It's a little hard because this is inherently a shaded ref, but... what are you gonna do? This is already a character that requires a little bit of freeform. Just make a little red. I also think this character is technically a zombie. Like a radio zombie. Which again, inspired by Video Killed the Radio Star. Like, it makes sense. With, you know, dead things. Even more paints. Black heels. might go in and edit the line art to add just a bit of moss texturing or something. Let's go with that as a base. Cool. Go ahead and multiply the lines. Gold bits. Go ahead and get the lining bits. Bit of a lighter thing. That's also an issue. Just go ahead and remove that entirely. There. I guess I should be a little more careful with this part. Just because this will also be my coloring where for the final. Sorry, I'm gonna be a little less active. I'm editing. No, that's totally fine. Like, I normally use these art streams to lurk as well, so I fully expect people to do that with mine as well. No shade to lurkers. I think just a basic problem is that all the blacks of the suit look a little too close to each other in terms of value, so I'm gonna try and lighten up, I think, the the pants a little bit. I might even make them brown, like go full 70s with it. Also add just a little bit of, like, mud or whatever. grimy ass clothes on the dance floor. Maybe some grass stains as well. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I think in texturing, shading and stuff, we can kind of rough up this jacket a little bit. I'm really trying to give the vibe that, like, this guy crawled out of the ground and now is trying to be hip with the kids. Lamau, that's such a fun vibe. Do you know who made the character, or is it just random? It's a revenge. This is from Evident? Spelled, E-V-I... I'll just look it up. I'll just type it in chat. From Evident, and their entire thing is that they're making people's characters into Minecraft skins. I can pull up the one that they made for me real quick. See, so this is my character. This is Anna, and it's a skin they made. They made for me. And as a revenge, I'm drawing a little something for them as well. But yeah. It's the second Minecraft skin I've gotten this season, which is funny to me. Fully welcome, but very funny. So cool, I make Minecraft skins too, so I could have joined Artfight. Absolutely, yes. Yes, join Artfight, yes. Genuinely, like, my favorite time of the year. July. Yeah, plenty of people do that, and honestly, for, like, something that, in my experience, takes like 2 hours to do, it garners like a fair bit of points. Oh, whoops. Maybe next year? Maybe. Absolutely. I got Vanya to participate this year as well, and he said that he might just do Minecraft skins as well, because he enjoyed making the one for me. And his normal stuff takes a while. Yeah, like that looks fun. The lighting makes it look so good. Why, thank you. I'm still not sure if I'm quite happy with it. I think it's a matter of what's in my head isn't quite working. Just try cutting it down like this. Apologies if I'm not talking a whole lot. I'm kind of just in a focus mode. But I think we are getting somewhere. Okay. See what I can do with some shadows as well. Especially if we add the right color, theoretically. Adding some sort of back glow to him. I think I'm fairly happy with that. But crazy idea. What if we make it all orange? This might look horrible. I'm gonna try... It's not the worst of things. I don't think the way I'm doing it is quite correct. Like, that's kind of sick as hell, actually. Whoa. Bump the saturation up a little bit. Let's try. It doesn't not work. I don't think it's, like, better, though. It definitely changes it. I don't hate the, like... This is not salmon, but salmony hue it gives it. I don't know. I'll keep it on the mind back burner, if you will. It's time to duplicate that. And oh, that's why. There's no base layer. You're doing your own. Those together. Slap that in here. And so that is color comp. Take a sip of water real quick. Alright. With that, I think it's time to get officially coloring. I am gonna go ahead and start with the guy. Which means I actually need to drag you back out here. I have done a bit of a dumb mistake. No, I merged those together, but I can undo. It's fine. That was not officially coloring. No, that was just that was just concepting. That that was me figuring out what colors I wanted. I think that layer could probably go here. Really know what that was for, but it's going in there. A little bit of layer cleanup. Alright. From here and out... But I've made this really easy for myself by doing that, because it means that now I'm kind of just doing paint by numbers. But I can make it a lot cleaner. I guess I'll clean up lines as I go as well. I think I am going to use Old Reliable for the moss texturing. It may honestly be too smooth, but think I know why this looks a little weird. It's because... yeah, it's size variability. There we go. I was using a brush that didn't have any pressure capabilities, which means I had very little brush size variability. And so I had to switch it up a little bit. It's a different green, you see. I think for this, it's probably very blended though. Okay. This part might be a couple steps of process. I'm gonna try to observe my shading for, you know, when I start shading, but I think most of it's going to be environmental stuff. So I'm trying to get general just tones down on these initial coloring layers before I go in with anything crazy. then if I flip. Can't transform an empty layer. There we go. We can do that and basically do the same thing. I'm doing that thing where I think it looks bad because all the other pieces aren't put in yet, and I need to be patient with myself. Okay. I'm done with what I perceive to be the hard part, which was the head grate thing. Or the, like, filter up here, whatever you want to call it. Let's get the suit going. I see. Yeah, that doesn't need to exist. Okay. Making suit jacket a little muddier. I wish Krita had some good default brushes for color distortion. Because right now we only have like the ones that are supposed to like mimic real paint, which no one uses. But color distortion is a really fun effect to work with and can be really nice for creating things like natural stuff like dirt and just on the wrong color. little bit of a patchy coat. And now back to mud. Like, I mean, just adding a little red into that kind of muddy look. It's really doing a lot for it. Rather than just being splotches of brown. Little hints of green. Now the green kind of looks less, makes it look less like mud and more like vomit, which is not the desired aesthetic. So I might remove that. Textures are texturing. Sure are. Textures make everything better. Just flat out. Alright, let's add some gold buttons. Because even if he's a dirty grave man, he still deserves some sparkle. That's the jacket done. Do the shirt real quick. I unbuttoned his shirt because I thought, like, it made sense, you know? Like, you need room to boogie. In suits, there aren't that much room. men need better, like, formal wear that isn't just a suit. Like, don't get me wrong, the classic suit is fantastic and all, but, like, come on, give us some variety, you know? Your choices are kind of like suit jacket or vest, and sometimes it's both, but beyond that, your variation is quite limited. Agreed, I need more than just a suit. Yeah, like, look, women get, like, the cute jumpsuits and the dresses and your skirts, and they can wear the suits and stuff, and it's like, eh. There are a lot of other kinds of formal wear, but I don't know, it would be cool for them to put in, like, traditional kimono or something, but I feel like that's asking for some sort of comment. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am referring to, like, specifically, like, American men's fashion. Like, I guess there's plenty of other formal wear options. But also just in general, I feel like men's fashion is a little lacking. Like, even in casual wear, you see it where, like, I don't know. Maybe I haven't surfed the site of Pinterest enough, but, like, I feel like women can put, like, so much more effort into their choices while, it's like shirt and pants, good enough. I don't know. to make this green look a little darker. Shouldn't stand out too much from the pants, but it also shouldn't just blend right into them. Like maybe a little more of like the lighter stuff. Whatever's going on over here. Fix up some of that. Okay. Right. Forgot to add paints, texture. Getting pretty late, so I'm gonna head to bed. Good luck with Artfight. It looks amazing so far. Thank you. It was nice meeting you. It was nice meeting you too, Wispy. Have a good night. Get some good rest. I probably will not finish this today. We'll see how much I get done in about another hour or so. Oh yeah, that adds a lot. That's a wrap on the pants. Let's move in the shoes. Mic fell down, sorry about that. But yeah. I think I'm gonna go for about another half hour. I think I'm gonna work on getting the squares of the dance floor and these lights in. Let's maybe get this floor level, shall we? I think now that we've cropped it to a full image like this, I'm either going to bring in sides and make it like that. I mean, point is I'll need to extend the floor. But I'm gonna crop it in just a little bit. Because right now we're kind of wide. Kind of out there. And we want the focus to be on our little man, after all. Trying to think what's the easiest way to do this, and I think it's just going to be to select copy paste. Well, you know what? I still have the original grid here. I think you can tell my brain is frying just a little bit. Let's just go ahead and work on the disco ball, and then I'll call it a night. I mean, just, yeah. It's gonna look great. Hey, yo, what pride flag is this? For some reason I have it very distinct, like one of these squares has to be pink. There's a much smarter way of doing this, and that's just selecting the squares I want and filling them in, which I will switch to doing in a minute. I think I'm gonna have it so just that every row has to have every single one of the colors. That feels like the reasonable way of doing things. means I need to deselect that actually. Which ones have I done? I've done those two. I've not done light purple. Done those two. Let's go ahead and make that the light purple. Which ones have I done? I've done you. Yeah, it looks like I maybe missed a couple rows. As I said, my brain's kind of frying here. This also means I definitely double selected a couple of them as well. That or in the case of when I warped everything, they just ran out of spots. I'm back. What did I miss? Not much. I'm dying over here. I'm gonna finish up coloring in the disco ball. I'm not sure when you left exactly, but I also have this little guy. He's fully colored in. I might be back either tomorrow or the 1st to finish it up. And if I'm not there, then it means I'm gonna finish it off camera. Cool beans. Alright, folks. I think that's where I'm gonna call it. We got a lot done today, though. I'm very happy with this progress. We got literally all the lines done. and color concepts out of the way, and even did a bit of the final coloring. So I'm kind of set to continue this like whenever I need to. I might pick at it throughout the week. I might stream it again. I don't know yet. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Thank you, Zoe. Just again, vibe check of what the final will look like. Just a little bit closer. I think we made very, very good progress. To those who showed up, thank you very, very much. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys around. If you want to look at any of my other socials, there you go. There's my link tree. I'm around. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.